perspective then. We have Varun Sharma, who's the fund manager at Motilal Oswal Asset Management Company, joining in now from the 21st Motilal Oswal Annual Global Investor Conference. Our discussion will be focused on the following points, which include their focus in terms of driving growth and transformation in the digital space, digital versus IT services, and how the digital ecosystem is probably differing in countries such as the US and India. Varun, hi, welcome to the show. Thanks very much for joining in. Well, let's start with your thoughts on digital innovation. If you want to play that from an Indian market equity perspective, how does one do that?
See, the idea is very clear. We continue to focus on growth. And what we are seeing is that the Indian digital ecosystem is in its nascent stages in India. It's become fairly big elsewhere in the world when we specifically look at the US or China. And this is the opportunity. We are seeing a multi-decadal opportunity for digital in India. Now, there are companies that span across multiple types of business constructs, whether it's direct to consumers or B2B or B2B2C. And we are finding opportunities in almost all these areas.
Right, Varun. Good afternoon. Also, if you could just specify where maybe is this opportunity coming in for an investor in terms of any stocks that one is looking at, anything there that you could highlight?
See, digital as a theme is a diversified theme. It is penetrating various industries, be it retail or food tech, or even in the financial services across various subsegments, whether it's lending or whether it's payments or wallets. And we've seen this in areas like insurance as well. In certain other industries like logistics, navigation, travel, again we are seeing many companies that are coming up, smaller companies today that can become big in future. So we are seeing opportunities almost everywhere. Wherever digital has a role to play, it's playing.
All right.
Okay, all right. But Varun, just coming to IT services in specific, there's been a clear underperformance which has taken place for the IT index this year. It's down around 17% odd. From that perspective, do you think that this is a good time to approach IT stocks?
See, what we believe is that IT services has become mature in the country. It's had its run. We are almost close to a quarter of the global IT services industry, and when we look at it from headcount or the volume terms, we are far bigger now. It's the usual life cycle of any industry. When it becomes too big, it's very difficult for the industry. Now, when I'm saying industry, I'm talking about Indian industry, Indian IT industry, to grow way faster than the global industry. And the global industry has always grown at low single digits. At best mid-single digits, and that is where we would expect Indian IT services to converge to gradually, and it's been converging. Now that industry has become so big, we are not finding opportunities in larger companies simply because it's a base issue, much larger revenue base. We are finding opportunities within IT services only in select niche companies which have very differentiated strategies, because it's a large market out there, may not be growing fast, but it's a large market. So we are finding opportunities there, but if one were to look at IT services as an industry all put together, we don't find it to be growth, we find it to be X-growth now. And we will not be surprised if these revenue growth pressures continue for a very long time now. So we do not advise this industry for investment as such.
All right, you say this is X-growth, but some are also seeing this as value right now, given the sort of correction that we've already seen, and perhaps the tailwind of a US rate cut of nearly 100 to 150 basis points over the next 12 to 18 months, and that could increase their base valuation. Be that as it may, one of the reasons why the Indian IT stocks or the Indian index has also underperformed vis-a-vis the globe is that because we've not had any AI/chips related play in India, as against the Nasdaq, which was supported by, say, something like an Nvidia, or we had the Chinese indices, which were buoyed by some of the chip makers, so to say. What do you think could be some of the places in which or via which we can play this entire AI/chips sort of theme? Would there be investable ideas here in India?
Yes, see, eventually they will come because the Indian chip making ecosystem is also developing. But pertaining to the question around IT services, yes, there's an opportunity that growth rates may increase marginally here. But the whole idea of going back to double-digit growth for the industry is completely unimaginable because, as I told you, the base is very large now. But when it comes to other aspects of technology or other aspects of digital, yes, they are becoming bigger, and that is where we are finding opportunities.
Sure.
You are right.
But
when it comes to AI, most of the market is taken by some of the US giants. So we will have to wait and watch and see if something can emanate out of India.
Okay. All right. Varun, just before we let you go and briefly, if you could just stack up your top sectoral bets for us at this point.
When we look at the technology or digital ecosystem, we are finding almost these opportunities almost everywhere. But we are finding more opportunities when it comes to retail, because retail is a very, very large market. We are finding opportunities on the travel side as well, especially because there's a discretionary environment. Travel discretionary environment is quite strong all over the globe. So there are several opportunities over there. There are certain opportunities, as I told you, emanating out of the financial space as well. So we are finding opportunities over there, especially in the insurance side as well as on the payments and lending side. So these are the areas that we find quite attractive when it comes to the digital and technology ecosystem.
Okay, Varun, thank you so much for that, highlighting some of those important sectors, importance in terms of digital AI, where we should be keeping an eye out on, as well as your views in terms of the IT sector as well. But on that note, we're going to slip into a very short break. But here's some good news coming in for our viewers. India's business news leader is now a click away. Introducing CNBC-TV18's all-new app. Get instant access to breaking news, in-depth articles, and financial world updates at your fingertips. Download the CNBC-TV18 app now from the Apple Store, Google Play Store, or you can just scan the QR code on your screens.